Good morning from the shores of Little Elkhart Lake at Camp Anakiji. Hopefully, today finds all of our campers and supporters and staff safe at home, doing well. I thought I'd take a few minutes to give you an update on how camp is making its way through these tough times with this coronavirus. Thankfully, at camp, no one has gotten ill. Our county has, as of today, 21 cases, so we're not as bad off as many other people. We do feel for those of you who are in much dire, more intense situations, and we're thinking of you. But on site, our staff are practicing their social distancing while we continue to maintain camp and start to try to get it set up for the spring as much as we can. Our office function is still working. It's just removed to some remote locations. So they're still processing all the things we're going to need to open up when we eventually can. Uh, when I spoke last with you, the restrictions on gatherings was at 50 people at a place like this. Very shortly after that, it went down to 10 people. And then our governor here in Wisconsin put out a safer at home policy through April 24th. And of course, you know, the national recommendation is to do basically that until the 30th. So it was with heavy hearts that we had to call the groups that normally come in April and let them know that they wouldn't be able to have their event at camp this year in April of 2020. A few of those have moved, have rescheduled for later in the year. So hopefully by then we can get them back and still have that Anakiji experience. At this moment, we haven't canceled anything for May. We're taking that kind of guarded wait and see attitude, and as we get closer, we'll reassess the situations and make our decisions based on and whatever protocols are in place at that time in regard to health and safety. And we'll release information as we get closer there as those events come through. But of course, we're going to make the decisions on when to eventually open based on health and safety, the safety of our patrons, our campers, and our staff. So that healthcare is the most concern right now. But we're still making plans for spring setup and for summer camp. But we're also looking at contingencies of different times that we may possibly open going through in the future here. The first deadline for paperwork and fees and such for that first week of summer camp, right now it's set up May 3rd. You can expect an announcement at May 1st. If that's going to be the date and we can say we're going forward, it's very likely that that may change. We would push those due dates back. I do believe by if it keeps going on here, by about May 15th is when we'll need to make a final decision on how these shutdowns or the events are going to affect summer camp. So right now we're planning it's going to be going, but we'll make a final decision then on what adaptations we're going to be needing to make. Of course, it's my sincere hope that somewhere in between then and now I can say, get ready for camp and start packing. So for now, we ask that your registered campers keep sending in your stuff. Keep that paperwork flowing so the office can keep up on it so that it doesn't all come in at once in a big batch. And for those of you who have expressed concerns about getting a medical exam, we totally understand. What we'd like you to do is do all your other paperwork, do your portion of the medical form, those first 3 pages that you fill out, get all that stuff in. Just let us know that the physical is going to be coming later once you get a chance to get it. Don't worry about any late fees for medical forms this year around. As I mentioned in our last message to those alumni and supporters that have asked if we can financially weather this storm that we're going through, as I said before, thanks to some really good financial planning on part of our board, we do have some reserves to help us get through a bit of an emergency. They're not endless, but we're better off than many other folks, I think. And we are definitely looking into any of the federal aid from the recently passed CARES Act that might apply to us to help things get through. Now, that being said, it also is a great time to donate if you can in order to keep that nest egg up and for a few other reasons. If you're at home, maybe you're saving money on gas. Maybe you're not going to the theater. Definitely not going to the mall. Or maybe if you're one of those folks that when you get that check from the government, if that's going to be extra for you, I just got to tell you, the needs at camp are rising. The biggest need that we're concerned about is that we're getting word from our camper parents that they may have to cancel because they can no longer afford to make those final payments to come to camp. It would really be a great thing if we could find a way to help fund those that are having financial difficulties because of this trouble, where they're not used to having those financial difficulties. So we're hoping we can do something to that effect. And if you're one of those folks that's trying to make that tough decision, we do ask you to give our office a call, and we'll discuss different options that might help to make sure that you can still have your time at camp. For our summer staff, keep plugging away at those videos and the trainings. It's a great social distancing activity. You can get it all done. It's all online. Come on. And we're going to do some more virtual events soon also with you. Speaking of virtual events, I'd like to thank anybody that joined our virtual campfire about 2 weeks ago. It was the very first time we did that. Once we got through some of the technical difficulties of the first 15 minutes, I think we all had a really great time. And we're looking forward to our second version tomorrow, Sunday night, the 5th of April, to do another virtual campfire. If you're one of those folks that dropped out in that first 15 minutes of chaos, please, I really encourage you to try it again. I think we got all those issues all fixed up. We still need some song leaders for that program also, and we can have old or new song leaders. So if there's some of you old folks out there who want to bring back an old song, this is your chance. Also, we're going to be doing a talent show. Talent show is going to be Tuesday at 7. And you can think of this talent show kind of the Anakiji version of America's Best Home Videos. We asking people to send in videos, little short 3-minute clips, and we'll gather them all together, put a little show together, and present that on Tuesday night. So we're looking for more submissions for that. So if you're interested in being involved in either of those activities as a submitter or a leader, or if you just want to join in, we want you to go to our website at anakiji.com and look for the new button that says Camp at Home. That'll take you to a page that'll show the details of those events, and it'll have links to other stuff that's been going on online so that we can keep you connected with camp and hopefully make your day a little bit better. Volunteer Army, this one's for you. When the green light does go on, we are going to need more volunteers than ever and quicker than ever to put this place together. So please do stay at the ready. We'll be calling when that green light goes on. I'll leave you with this. There's a campfire song that we used to do at camp called Desert Pete. In fact, I'll probably do it tomorrow. The chorus goes like this. You've got to prime that pump. You must have faith and belief. You've got to give of yourself before you're worthy to receive. Take all the water you can hold. Wash your face and cool your feet. But leave that bottle full for others. Thank you kindly, Desert Pete. Now that song means do take care of yourself and your family. But while doing so, keep in mind and care for the needs of others. Whether you're at the grocery store or out amongst town doing your social distancing, remember the decisions that you make, the things that you do, always affect more than just you. It's even more important in a time like this. So think of some others as you go forward and, take on that motto of We Serve. So stay safe. Hope to see you at the virtual event soon, and hopefully really to see you back here at Camp Anakiji as soon as you can, doing it in the real world. Have a great day.